Hey, what is up, guys? It is Istra here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit like a story that happened to me over the summer. So this happened to me over the summer, so I obviously haven't told anyone about it that I know over Xbox Live. So as many of you guys know, I play football, and so over the summer we'd have practices and stuff, weightlifting and everything every day. And on Monday specifically, those were the days we didn't really lift. We had an actual football practice, and we practiced going over plays and stuff like that, positions, what to do and everything. In a way that my football team or my school gets money for the football program at school is doing a thing called a blitz, or we sell cards. Now these cards, they have like a bunch of discounts to a bunch of different places, like such as like, you know, fast food restaurants like Pizza Inn, Pizza Hut, you know, places like that. So we have this day on a Monday that is called a blitz day. Now this is where after we get done with practice, we go out and we sell a bunch of cards within like an hour or something like that, and try to sell as many cards as we can. And this is where we usually go like door to door, you know, go to places and stuff, and we go with a bunch of friends from the football team, and we just sell them all together. So me and a couple of my friends, we were getting ready to go out and, you know, sell a bunch of cards because we just got done with football practice and we got all the cards and we were ready to go. So there's about 4 or 5 of us, and we didn't have room in anyone's vehicle really to fit all 4 or 5 of us in there. But luckily for me, I drive a man van sometimes, which is my mom's van. I drive it sometimes when I can't have access to my dad's car. So 4 of us hopped into the man van and we were all ready to go, and the 5th person we were waiting on because he went somewhere. I don't remember where he went, but he went somewhere and he wasn't there at the time. And he told us that he would follow behind us, so we were just like, okay, we'll meet him there. So we're all pumped up and ready to go because it's like a really fun thing to do, just hanging out with your friends, going and selling cards. This isn't the funnest, but it was fun, you know, just hanging out with them. So we're driving along and we're like speeding, you know, because, you know, we're friends, we're guys, we just got done with football, we're pumped up. So I was driving the van and I was going a little bit over the speed limit. And by a little bit, I mean I was going 55 and a 25. And so while we were at football practice, it had ended up raining a little bit, so the ground was a little wet. Now, you guys probably know where this story is going. But anyways, we're driving along, and we're going to go to the middle school to sell some cards to the teachers that are there, because it's one of their work days, and it's getting close to starting school, so we know they're there. So as we're speeding along, getting ready to turn in there, we see a car pull into there, and lo and behold, it's people that we know from football. So they're going to the middle school as well to sell these cards. So I'm thinking, oh no, we can't let these people sell cards before us. So as we're speeding down, they pull in, and we see them, and we're going like 55 and then 25. Why it had just rained, and I swerved the man van into the parking lot. Now going 55 and a 25 when it had just rained barely, so it's really slick out, and the oil's on top, and it had just rained, so it's really bad. So the next thing I know, as I'm swerving into the parking lot, the van loses traction. And then going through my mind at this time is, oh no, we're gonna die. So the van slides across the roads and it hits the curb on the side of the road and it hops the curb, and it starts skidding the bottom of the van on the curb. And me, I'm trying to stay calm. I'm not pressing on the gas. I'm not pressing on the brake anymore, because if you press on the brake, it probably made it worse and we would have flipped. So I'm trying to pull it back over on top of the curb, and it finally managed to do so. But when it happens, as soon as the final wheel gets over the curb, it shoots and it swerves one way. Now I was not ready for this. The van just shot in a different direction than where I thought it was going. And I look forward, and all I see is 2 trees right in front of us. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna smoke these trees. But luckily for me, I swerved it just perfect enough that we missed the trees and stayed on the road and didn't crash. Now afterwards, the people, we parked and everything was okay. But the 2 guys sitting in the back were sitting there just breathing super hard. They were so scared. So the people in the car were 3 seniors, me and 2 other seniors, and a junior. Now this junior that was with us, he was freaking out. He's like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. So my friend pulls up, and we're all calming down and everything, thinking that we just died. We're all like screaming about, talking about, laughing about it, crying about it. I don't know. It's just a ton of mix of emotions because it was fun, but we almost died at the same time, so it was really bad. So this junior that was in there, he ends up like, oh no, I'm not riding with you anymore. So when my friend pulls up, my other friend, the 5th friend that was supposed to go with us, pulls up, he gets out of the car and he drives around with him. Now what I didn't know is that the van, one of the rims on the van, I had cracked the rim and I was driving it, the wheel was shaking and everything, and I was like, oh no. So I ended up calling my parents and I told them what had happened. And you know, they were like, oh, it's fine, blah blah blah, bring the car or the van home. So I did, and I was lucky that the tire did not pop, but only the rim cracked. So when I had to go and buy a new rim, which was like $100 and something, I also didn't have to buy 2 new sets of tires, which would have been another $100 or somewhere like that. So I'm lucky for that. So yeah, that's just a little story about how we almost died, me and my friends. And it was pretty interesting, and I don't know, it was mixed emotions, and we talked about it, and there's still skid marks to the entrance of the parking lot today, still there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Istra, and I'll see you guys next time.